Gainesville. So I've been with Dallas County now for 12 years. So that's that part. I'm going to talk about some things. If I go off topic or anything you guys want to know, just ask me. I'll keep it clean, but I'm going to be real. Because I believe that nowadays if we don't reach the kids on the real side, they're getting it on the other side. So it's out there. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you guys see, it happens. So a little about my program. We deal with kids that's from anywhere from 10 years old up to 17. You'd be placed on probation. So like Ms. Ruth said, I did the probation side, she did the therapy side. We had a partnership through Dallas County and Dallas Metro Care. First things first, what brings kids to us? A lot of times I see attitudes. I normally try to tell the kids that don't let your attitude determine your altitude. Mainly depending on how you look at things, how you present yourself, can determine how far you go. And I normally tell kids a bad attitude is like a flat tire. Until you fix it, you won't go nowhere. So what does that mean to somebody? If I just said that, if I said to you, a bad attitude is like a flat tire. Until you fix it, you won't go nowhere. What does it say to you? How do you interpret that?
If you don't have a good attitude, you can't move on or go anywhere.
Nicely put. I mean, it's simple like with a flat tire. When something's on flat, you're stuck. And it's the same with attitude. If your attitude is stuck, you're kind of stuck. So that's that one. Let's see. Decision making. I normally try to open up with kids. Who knows about? Anybody know about Leah, the singer Leah? Y'all have Leah. Somebody older than me.
Leah. It sounds like you said Leah.
Okay, Leah.
That's that Louisiana accent.
Yeah, I accept. So Aaliyah, the singer Aaliyah. I use her death as an analogy to kind of paint this picture that who knows how Aaliyah died? How did she die?
Yeah.
Plane crash, right? The plane crash. But what was it about that plane that she died from? You remember? Huh?
Did it explode the engine?
Well, it crashed. The reason the plane crashed, it had too much weight. So I normally use Aaliyah's death to tell kids that sometimes too much weight can be deadly. Too much baggage can be deadly. The plane crashed because they had too many bags on there, so it was too heavy, so the plane crashed. So like I said, I normally use that to kind of tell kids that sometime in life, too much baggage can be deadly. So that deals with people, persons, and things that we put in our life. So sometimes you're in with the wrong crowds, because like Ms. Ruth said, sometimes you may not find yourself in situations that put you in detention or on probation or violating the law, but sometimes the company you keep. So we have a lot of kids that's in detention right now that's in there because of being associated with the wrong people. Like right now we have a case that came into our court probably maybe 3 weeks ago. It was a group of kids out of Fort Worth. It was females. It was girls, by the way. And they're in there for murder now. Because they was downtown by the American Airlines Center, and somebody robbed somebody, and everybody else with them got caught up. So they caught one girl. And when they caught the one girl, they looked for the rest of them. Well, when I see that on the news, for me, I'm like, it won't be too long. The reason I say it won't be too long because there's no honor amongst thieves. Everybody's cool, and they talk their big rah-rah, what we gonna do, we don't get caught. But as soon as they get caught, I love it because we just sit you in different rooms, and we just watch y'all go to work. Anybody ever watch First 48? Okay, same concept. We put you in different rooms, and they just watch you go at it. So everybody's hard and tight, and they ain't gonna tell nobody, and we got this figured out. But once they catch you and put you in the room by yourself, come on now. They sell their mamas out. They sell their grandma out. And they can tell on everybody because they put you in a room and they just slide the paper in front of you. Hey, look, somebody got murdered. This murder carries this amount of time. We're looking at either the death penalty or putting you there for life. Unless you help us out. Well, if I wasn't the shooter, or if I wasn't the one involved, I'm finna get to talking. So what happens next is they get to tell on each other. So what happens from that, they get to tell on each other. So everybody gets to tell on each other about what happened. And so eventually, I would say like on Monday we had the young lady. By Friday we had some more young ladies. Because everybody started telling on each other. And so now those young kids are in there now for murder. And it's kind of sad because they're from Fort Worth, which is another jurisdiction from Dallas County. That's Tarrant County. We're in Dallas County. So now they came over visiting, hang with the wrong group, now they're all in there for murder. And so it'll take a while to kind of see where this one goes. But that's that. But in regards to that, again, the company you keep, like I say, too much baggage is deadly. And also from a leader, I like to use the analogy of it's okay to catch the next flight. Did y'all catch that? See, sometimes we just say, hey, there's too many people on that plane, you know what, I'll let y'all ride, I'll catch the next one. It's okay to catch the next flight. Because sometimes we're so much in a rush, we're trying to get there and keep up with everybody. But it's okay to catch the next flight. Okay? Quality versus quantity. What kind of friends y'all have in your life? I know it's social media. You think like, man. I know it's social media with Facebook. You look on there, some people may have 2,000 friends and 3,550. That's too many. I always tell people, I say, if you think you got that many friends, just reach out to them, ask each one of them for $1. Think about it. It's for real, just real talk. Just, hey, reach out, hey, can I get $1? If you got 1,500 friends on Facebook, ask each one of them for $1. See how many friends you got. Because it's cool when it's that rah-rah, that, but when it gets down to seriousness, you'll be surprised how your friends just kind of drill away. And I always tell my kids, like I tell my daughter, I have a daughter in college, she's going to her junior year, she wants to be a lawyer. I'm like, yeah, go be a lawyer so I can retire and live my view. But I tell my kids, I say, hold up, one hand. Your real friends, you go through life, you're going to be able to count them on one hand, I promise you. As life goes on, you'll be able to count your real friends. The key is real friends on one hand. Associates, that's different. It's okay to have associates. You guys are here on Saturday, all of y'all may be associates. That's fine. You may know each other when it's time for Saturday church or whatever you want to call it. But as life goes on and you get to mature, grow up, graduate, get married, have your kids, the real one's going to be on one hand. And that's okay because you want quality over quantity. Because again, sometimes less is best. And truthness stands in the process of those that's really your true friends that are really there for you. For example, how many friends you got right now?
I know. Like friends that we talk all the time.
You want to put it? How many do you think you got?
10,
10? Okay, 10, 20. Now how long you been knowing them?
Only about this year, because we moved last year.
Okay, yeah. And so again, is it seasonal? Like sometimes God puts stuff in life in seasons. So just enjoy it while you can. Because you get up and get going through life and transpire, like I said, you may realize you don't have that many friends no more. Let's see. I already talked about there's no one amongst thieves. I think you want me to touch on something about, I think she wanted me to tell y'all what happens when you go to detention. I think Ms. Ruth sent me something like, talk about what happens when you, I think she said, talk about what happens when you go to jail. So when you go to jail, depending on what your charge is, when you come in, first and foremost, stand up for me if you don't mind. Can I pick on you? This young fella here just real sharp. But he got Air Force Ones on, right? Hold on, he got the jeans. That looks good. Have a seat. That's what you look like when you come in. I heard you say you do hair, right? So you probably look glamored up when you get in there. You all pretty. When you come in, it's changing. So when you first come in, you giving all that up. You're taking all that up. And normally when I talk to younger kids, I normally have little props. So I bring in, no offense, I bring in some shoes that we have. And I'm asking young ladies, how would you feel wearing another young lady's underwear?
For real?
For real. Let's talk. How would you feel?
Wait, what did you say? To wear another lady's underwear?
Well, like underwear and undergarments. Underwear, bras, that's disgusting. Why do you have to do that?
The guys have to share.
So my guys, how would you feel wearing some underwear somebody else had on? It's nasty, yeah. And she said, why do it? Because that's what happens. Those clothes that you're going to put on, somebody else wore them before you. All they do is take them and wash them up and put them in size.
Oh, okay. Jail clothes, yeah.
Yeah, jail clothes. That's what it is. Yeah, you wear it. You wear it. So the females that come with the hair, oh, you taking that out. Oh, you taking that out.
Not them. Not our children.
Oh, hey, you taking that out. So if you had hair.
See, listen, if that's the one thing that keeps
You know what, and I get it, because I had a young lady on my caseload. She self from Alabishi. She had different stuff with her hair. So she had to come out, and then that's where a lot of her fights started, because when she had to take the weave and all that out, now they see the real hair. She has a little, all that going, that part. So when you come in, you coming out of all that. You come out the lashes, everything. You just
Not the lashes.
everything. Take off everything. You come off everything. You're gonna put on those clothes that somebody else wore, had before you. That had, if it was a female that had their female stuff monthly, probably happened. They just wash them up. They're gonna spray you with some kind of this little disinfectant to kill any kind of germs you may have, and you're gonna be getting a uniform to put on, and you're gonna be placed somewhere. When you get there, I tell kids, I said, I spend more time teaching you now stuff that your parents probably already told you don't do. I'm pretty sure everybody's parents told them, don't take nothing that don't belong to you, right? Mm-hmm. Don't fight, don't steal. If it ain't yours, leave it alone. Ask permission. Now you're on probation, being our assistant. Now we doing the same thing that your mama them told you to do. I'm being paid to do that. Like, come on, get for real. So that's why I used to announce when I first opened up, I put me out of business. So I'm reiterating the same things that your parents already taught you. So now what happens? Now guess what? I heard somebody say y'all stayed up late last night playing video games and all that, right? Yeah, I mean, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you probably in your house, you did whatever.
Just keep talking.
Play the video games, you did all that. That's good. Talk on the phone, on your phone, Facebook, text, TikTok, whatever you're doing. Forget Instagram, but guess what happened? You get the attention. Ain't none of that. And none. They probably wake up around 5 o'clock. They probably laying down by 7 or 8 in a cell. And I tell kids 2 things what time will do. Time will make you change and get better, and change for the worse. Because now you become institutionalized. So you're gonna do what these people actually do. Every day you're waking up. Now it's the same kids who, when at home, my mama can tell me nothing to do. F you, F this, I ain't gonna do my own grown. You can't tell me nothing. Now we tell you you're doing it with pride. Because the way to get out is you gotta earn points in order to be able, in order to be placed out on probation. Like me and Ms. Ruth's program that we had, that she worked with me with, before you get out, I gotta come see you. They want these assessments done. So they know I can get you while you're here. So I'm getting all the assessments from psychology, from substance abuse. I'm gonna do all these assessments while you're here, and then I'm determined if you're fit to be on probation and come out. But before that, now these kids that couldn't do nothing in the streets, wouldn't listen to mom, man, they at home every day. For me, I ain't gotta worry about curfew no more. So I tell kids, my funnest thing as a P, I'm not gonna lie to you, it may sound hard, but I'm for real. I love locking kids up for birthdays and holidays.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you why. My man, he like, for real, yeah, I love it. You know why? Because here's the thing. My degrees, I have a bachelor's, a master's, and a minor. I should have went to the feds. I should have went and got that money. When we do it as a way of giving back. Because we want to try to help the next generation coming through. So we do it more for the sake of watching kids change their lives than the money. So with that being said, I know with juvenile life, depending on where you're at, juvenile life in Louisiana is to 21, Texas is 19, California is 25. I mean, if you catch a charge as juvenile, they give you life. Some of those kids that got murdered, some of them may get the juvenile life sentence, some may get the dose system. But if you get that charge, you can stay as long as you stay with us until in Texas, 1 day for your 19th birthday. For me, you get a second chance at life at some point. So if it takes me locking you up for your birthday on holidays to let you see what it's going to be like, to force you to have many more later on, I love it. Because that's as a juvenile. But as an adult, there's no timetable on life as an adult. As an adult, you can go in there, we got some kids go get charged as adults, they may go in there at 17, and then not come back for the rest of their life. So as an adult, you have no timetable on life, expiration. As juvenile, you do. So if it takes me, if I lock you up for the Christmas holiday or Thanksgiving, to save you many more, hey man, so be it. And I love it. I'm coming in there, I'm doing my tea. Hey man, I just came back from my life. Yeah, good Thanksgiving. How you doing, man? And I do it. I carry on. She can tell I carry on just like that. I bar none. Because my thing again, if it takes this to get you there, I'm all for it. Because you're gonna get a second chance to get it right. That's why I chose the juvenile side. And so I tell kids when they're on probation with me in the community, are you getting all my time? I'm gonna come out with you. I'm shaking your hand. I'm seeing how you did at school. How was everything at home? Mama, how you doing? I'm sitting down at your table. Smell good here. What y'all good? I'm encouraging all that. If you get locked up, it's triage for me. What I mean by that, I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to come see you because I got to, by law, I got some kids to feed myself. So I'm coming in there, hey, you get about 3, 4, 5 minutes, I'm done. Because my thing is, if I couldn't catch you here, because everything I'm telling you now, I probably was telling you before you got there. So you're not going to waste my time when you go to detention. I'm going to go and send you somewhere because everything what I was saying, what she was saying, what we all was saying, your mom, your dad, your therapist, it wasn't working. So guess what? You're not going to waste my time now. So I become a different beast. I'm still cool, Mr. Bell, but guess what? Hey, what's your level? You talk to your mama? You take your meds? Any peer staff conflicts? No, I'm gone. Keep it moving. I told them again, probation is earned in the community, not detention. Because if you got over there, something I was saying wasn't working. And I'm a testament to that because I got about 3 in there right now. I got one boy to this and I got one buddy every day when I'm going to go. He been there since June. No, but you don't ask me when you going. You was the same one that like to fight your mama. Coward, and that's why I told you, coward. You jumping on your mom, but I'm gonna put you somewhere. I'm gonna see how you do with those kids in there. And again, I don't condone it, but I wanted to see reality. Because one thing about the juvenile system is nothing but a microscopic system to the adult system. Everything that happens in the juvenile system, they do it in the adult system.
And can you, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Tell them when they start assessing to put children in the juvenile justice system, what grade level here in America I think it's 3rd or 4th grade.
About 3rd or 4th. Like I say, you coming to us as young as 10. I've had 10-year-olds. And I count them, like I say, on one hand, about 5 of them, because it's like, man, you young. What you got? My first one I had, he was, you remember?
Yeah, 9. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
He killed a cat.
He killed a cat.
He's going to school.
Sweet.
He goes through a gate, he sees a cat, he takes it, he hits the cat. Somebody sees it, calls it in. That's a crime. That's cruelty to an animal, which is a felony. So here's the thing. With the county, if you have a felony, you automatically qualify to go to juvenile prison with felony. So yeah, he qualified. I'm like, man, so why not tell this 10-year-old? And he did it. And so the reason that's important, like she said, because at 10, when you start doing stuff to animals, some of these assessments are scanning for certain things.
Yes.
They're scanning for psychopath. What do you mean? Yeah, because when you do stuff like set fires and all, these assessments have certain components added in and ask certain questions to see what kind of person you're gonna be.
And can I add to that? He was the sweetest young man. So in providing him therapy, we were able to determine that he wasn't on the trail of becoming a psychopath. He was afraid of black cats based on what he had watched on television. Okay, so horror movies, witchy shows, those type of things. So he felt black cats were bad. So that's why he killed that cat. So when we were able to get to the bottom of it, he did well on probation. He got off probation, and I don't think he came back into the system.
They ended up moving.
They did. They ended up moving. They actually moved over to close. Okay, they moved twice. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, like, after he learned certain type of skills, coping skills, dealing with fear, those underlying issues, like, he was fine. And that's the painful thing about what Mr. Bell is sharing. Sometimes things are situational. It's not even that person is like that. They were found in a situation and they made an irrational decision. So the upper hand that you all have as believers, you have the Holy Spirit to check you before you make certain decisions, right? So when we talk about 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 7, God has not given me the spirit of fear. You understand? Imagine if that young man had that scripture in his soul and he saw that cat and he became afraid, but he could bring that up, right? That would have enabled him to walk away. Seriously, it really does work. So I want to encourage you guys, what Pastor Ayo, all the teachers are teaching you, internalize it, because you never know when you'll need to pull it out and use it. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
And like she said, it's so true. And so with this particular case, like this kid, he like I say, he made it, but then the hardest part for me as a PO was because when you have a crime against an animal, you can't be around other animals.
Yeah. So
what I tell this little kid when dogs come up, like I'm in my community, I'm in a part of the dog runs he couldn't mess with it. But it's all I just told him, I say, tell him that you're allergic to it, that you got bit before, because we try to balance that out, because he's still a kid.
Yeah,
and the thing which she touched on, which was kind of segued into something else, is that with this system, we have a lot of us that look like us there, which is good. I'm not racist, but because sometimes you get those, they can't relate. And that's the problem. That's one of the reasons I got into what I'm doing, even though I could have went somewhere else, because I felt when I got up to go say to the world, what do you mean? Hey man, too many black kids my color going through the system. But when I got in, I'm like, whoa, the system is so therapeutic that if a kid gets sent off to juvenile prison, they earned it. Because there's so many things we do as a juvenile therapeutic to keep you from going that route, to where it's like, I just come and do my job, man. I thought I was going to say it while I had my Superman cape on. No, just do your job, because juvenile's therapeutic, adult is punitive. Anybody know what I mean by that?
Some of them may not break it down.
Do you understand the difference between therapy and punishment?
Yeah. So on the juvenile system, when juveniles is therapeutic, we give you counseling treatment. Okay, hey, you've been ambassador with your parents, with your upbringing, whether it was your guardian, your grandma, your mama, your TT, whatever you want to call it, a bad life, we're going to get you through that, substance abuse and all that stuff. We're going to give you therapy. Adult is punitive. We want that money. It's punishment. Hey, guess what? If you ain't learned it before you got 17, guess what? You get your bit of adults in the juvenile system. Like if you go to juvenile right now, your mom will come to you, they'll call CPS. They're going to charge your mom with neglect, and then they can
child abandonment.
They take the rest of her kids if she don't come get you.
Yeah.
So your parents gonna come get you. Adult,
nobody's there.
You got here.
So sad.
Now they ain't you the same one that cuss mom out, call all kind of B's and H's and all that stuff, and she couldn't tell you nothing. Guess who you gonna call when you get there? You calling your mama. And guess you better have to get you out some money or something to put up. Because guess what? Your bond is $1,000. Your bond is $100,000. The bail, the most time is 10% of that. So do the math. Who got $10,000? That's when people start putting up their house. And then you jump bail, they come take that. So I tell kids, it's funny how the same person that you disrespect and you treat so bad, the same one you call when you get locked up. Hey, mama. Mama. There you go, mama who? I'm the one that you was at. That part. And then I also use these kids, I tell them, I said, and you ever notice you ever went to funerals? I know we all been to funerals, maybe if we haven't. I mean, keep living, because once you live, you will die. In a good way. Here's the thing. We go to funerals. You ever seen that person at a funeral acting a fool? You ever seen that person at a funeral? Never, we do. We sit there, go to casket. You got that one all over the casket, going through it. And everybody else just is peaceful and calm. Well, that's probably that one that gave mom HE double hockey sticks when mom was living. That's probably the one that gave mom HE, because see, the other one's probably been with mom, knows she went through this transitional period that is part of life, and then they've been a part of mama's life, so they good. They probably established, got their own going on. This other one probably here is probably leeching off mama. He probably married really like, who gonna look out for me now, because everybody else gonna make you be an adult. They ain't gonna cradle you and carry you wrong. You gotta be grown now. But this other one, no, I don't gave mom hell, and I never got a chance to say I'm sorry. So you kind of watch. I watch bodies. I watch behaviors. I always used to tell you, I'm like that ghetto therapist without the degree, because I'm like, all this stuff just basic. Like, wow, look at this. Look how this goes. Let's talk about social media. This is funny for me. My generation, we grew up trying to avoid being seen doing things we shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
If we doing some dirt, we don't want to be seen. We trying to hide it.
Exactly. Trying
Trying to keep that image of I got my backpack, I go to school every day. Cause I was born in Louisiana, but I was raised in California. So my mom moved to California when I was like 9 years old. So I got a chance to grow up in California during the dope era and the gang era. I was in Sacramento, like wow, I had a first-hand knowledge of crack cocaine, what it did, the California laws, and like this is really real. You know, to where I love coming back to the South, to Louisiana, to visit in the summertime to get away from all that. So with all that being said, when we did stuff, we would do stuff like, not to get caught. This generation, oh my goodness. We catch most people because they tell on themselves.
They pull out
I never seen a group of kids, man, that film fights at schools. They got whole apps, and the parents, y'all don't know, just ask your kids, they know. Every school got an app or a website where they got fights at Bethune-Cookman, at Pinkston, at Madison.
It's not a website anymore. They have Instagram pages now.
Thank you, man. And that's even better. They got it now where they like,
I've seen a few.
she's like, for example, they got Instagram like what Miss Hoover's doing now, she's filming me. These kids literally sit up and film fights. I'm like, you're incriminating this. Now that's the fights. Oh, let's not talk about the guns, the dope. I'm like, whoa, this generation is so fixated on social media being seen that they telling on themselves. You got them on there on probation with an ankle bracelet, ankle monitors when you locked up house arrest, with guns, with the dope, with the plus one how I got caught. How you got fool? You right there. And then you don't hide the page. And one thing about technology for you guys, I try to tell kids, if you put it out there, it's never gone.
It's never gone.
Don't worry about no delete, because we got people that's that. If y'all want to get into degrees with the whole cyber security, that's what they do. They know how to go deep into the cloud, wherever the cloud is, and it's over there somewhere, and grab all this stuff back. Wherever the cloud is. I mean, they go get it. And so I tell little girls, so you post these pictures, and I get girls too, that's on my case, but why you having a fight? Because she sent something to little Ron, who's her boo thing, and said you love her and all that stuff. So she sent some nudie. She sent some nudie to Ron, and they got mad. Ron posted it. Now you fighting the whole school because they see it. Because nothing is never gone. When you put it out there, believe me, you can't get it back. You can't get it back.
It's gone.
So always keep in mind, whatever you post is there somewhere. They can go get it. The government got higher levels than we can even go that they can go get it. So just be mindful. Whatever you text or send is out there. But we catch most kids because they tell on themselves. Because they want to be seen. They glorify crime. They glorify getting in trouble, which is kind of sad. So just FYI, that's the social media, from nudity to the other stuff to this, that, and the third. The drugs. So okay, for anybody now going on this weed, it's legal, illegal, depending on where you at. For me, it's still a gateway drug. What I mean by that, I can show so many people I knew growing up that smoked weed, to after a while it wasn't potent no more. They may smoke this type of weed and it did what it did, but guess what? If I'm a drug dealer, what's my thing to do as a drug dealer? Hey, get money, man. So if I know it's 5 of us up here as drug dealers, and they got product, I need to make my product more potent to get your business. I want your money. I don't care about nothing else. So let's just start racing it. Put different stuff in it, different substances. So now you're dealing with some drugs that used to be weed, this type of strand, but now it's some more powerful. You don't know what you get. Which, remember, some years ago we had the whole thing with K2, right? K2 was the big thing. Some of y'all remember that?
I don't think they're old enough for
Okay,
K2.
well,
Yeah.
well, K2 was nothing but synthetic marijuana. It was like potpourri. So people probably kids smoking and dying. Now the things were fentanyl, right?
That makes them act slow. You remember that video I sent?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Thank you. She sent video. So, see, while being proactive, this is proactive, trying to send video. Yeah, it's slow. Then one time we had the zombie thing that was going on in Florida where people was taking this bath salt stuff and walking like zombies eating people. Literally, just out their mind, eating people, walking around. Leave drugs alone, y'all. I promise you, it destroy. One thing about drugs, I do like. Here I say I do like. They don't discriminate. Drugs don't care where you're from, what color you are, how much money you got, how much you don't have, what you wore to school, your mama, they don't care. And drugs do not discriminate. I get parents say, well, I'm gonna take my kid and move to, I had a family tell me, I'm ready to move from Pleasant Grove, they move to Cedar Hill. Okay, and I tell parents about crime and drugs. If it's in you, it's in you. It doesn't matter where you move, where you go. The kid gotta want to change. And so this mom moved all the way to Cedar Hill. Now she's in Louisiana, just left last week to move to Louisiana.
That's
I
the
said,
worst place
from
to
the
go
problem
to.
is right there.
Yeah.
I got a mirror in my office. When kids come in doing bad, I said, read that mirror. And the mirror says, I'm looking at the problem. Read it. It says, I said, what that say? I'm looking at the problem. You're right. Until we fix that, nothing else can be fixed. So that's that. I got more things. Anything y'all want to know from me? Anything? Feel free to ask. Raise your hands. Let's go. You got an open book. Hey, look pretty. Hey. Anything y'all want to know? Don't know. I didn't touch on Miss Ruth. Anyone want to get? Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
question. Okay, so this happened during the school year where a girl got arrested after she got in a fight at school. If you get arrested during the school year, do you get to complete it? And like if you're a senior,
Okay.
do you get to complete and somehow get a GED or something, or does it stop?
It all depends. I mean, here's the one thing about life. They have to give you education. That's a right. You have a right to get educated. So it depends on where you're going to be educated at. Now, you may be at an alternative school that you got to finish out or something like that. So, yeah, she should most likely finish. Even when they come out, here's the thing. Remember I talked about jail? Everything you should be doing out there, when you come down, you doing. I get kids don't like to go to school. Guess how when they go to detention? Every day, man. Every day going to school and grades get up. I'm like, man. So I laugh and I tell kids, I say, here's the thing. I don't argue with you. I ain't gonna sit and play with you. I ain't got time. Listen, this is what I need you to do. And she can tell you, and I'm the tone down version. I'm in church, but I make you sometimes some little verbiage that make me understand their language. If you don't get it right, I'm gonna get it fixed. Because here's the thing: everything you should be doing out there, I can force you to do it now and get you in compliance. But it ain't about sending you to jail. I'm not trying to institutionalize you. I don't want you to go deeper to the juvenile system and graduate to the adult. I want you to change these things right now to make yourself a better model citizen. And so people ask me, say, why do you do what you do? You get a kick. I say, I love it because when I get those success stories, like, hey, Mr. Bell, remember me? And so when I train new POs, I tell them, treat them with respect because they'll recognize you before you recognize them. And that's so true. I'd rather be greeted with a handshake, how you doing today, than remember how you treated me. Because kids don't forget. And I always use, when I train new POs, I tell them, look at the movie Sleepers. There's an old movie with Brad Pitt and back in the day called Sleepers. They arrest, they put them in like a conformatory, and they was locked up, and they abused them, molested them, did them bad. Sleepers. It's called Sleepers.
S-L-E-E.
Just S-L-E-E-P-E-R-S, Sleepers. When they got out, they went and killed all of them. I remember watching that movie as a young, like the kid with the cat. But I remember for a different reason, like, wow. See, I thought it was on a whole other mindset. I'm like, man.
Same for my teachers.
Yeah.
My teachers from like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you do it. So what I did, I'm like, you know what? Hey, what if it happened like that in life? If you treat somebody bad and they got this, because they getting out. We always tell society with kids, hey, this is you guys are our future. Even they come in, they getting out. And they're gonna be greeting you at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, anywhere. The grocery store, the car, they're getting out.
One said she's gonna wait for me in the alley.
Oh.
And I said, why would I be in the alley? And everyone started laughing at her because she was mad. It's just like so silly. But they're gonna meet you somewhere.
Somewhere in the future.
So when they gonna see you again. And they're gonna see you again. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have no beef with nobody that's cooking my food.
I'm just saying.
So like when I come through the drive-thru, I'm a true story. I was in college. I'm a freshman at Brown State University. I mean, we in line. The cafeteria cooks is college number the big Moscow high school. They fixing the food. This dude behind me is going off. He cussed at this lady. I'm like, slide down again. I'm trying to be smart, double slide. I'm trying to do a Cupid shuffle like that away from me, but he's right there. When we finish, he gives my phone. Look at the lady. We get outside. I check. I say, man, where you from? I said, where I come from, you don't talk crazy, you fixing your food. You talk crazy like you gotta fix your food. What if she dropped something in there? Yes. So I made sure the next day I came back, how you doing, man? So I decided I come through the drive-thru. This is knowledge. We do it at the drive-thru. You come through here, people going off on people in the drive-thru. You crazy? Even if they give bad service, be model what you want them to be. And you don't know what they're doing there.
Before they go. They just take it and then you check how they supposed to see what the person put in.
Come on, they've been in the drive-thru. Did you hear my order? I said, wow. Huh? I'm in the drive-thru. They can't see me, but I like they kind of smile with the Kool-Aid smile. How you doing? I'm just like, even if they come out bad, what you say? Yes, ma'am.
For real.
I heard the pastor speak about mentors, and she's right. So I do what I do also because I have mentors. It's good to have somebody you look up to that's tangible. I heard that word. What's tangible mean?
Yeah, you can see, touch.
What's tangible mean? Huh? No, okay, that's fine. Tangible. Anybody can help. What's tangible mean?
Something that's like worthwhile.
Worthwhile, but touchable. You can touch.
You can touch it.
What I mean by there's nothing wrong like Olympics going on. I love Simone Biles. I love some of these other athletes. I love them like, man, I love Michael Jordan and how my favorite rappers and singers. Those are those people that's not tangible. I can't call my favorite rapper or my favorite singer artist and say, hey, tell me about this. But if I get a mentor that's tangible, somebody I can touch, I can call, try to get you some mentors. There's nothing wrong with having like the Oprahs and all them, like, because I want to be where they at. Nothing wrong with them. But having somebody that's tangible in case you go through stuff, pastors and therapists and parents that you can call. So my mentor, my male mentor, I have two. I have a male and a female. My male mentor is my high school teacher. And I asked him, I say, why me? He told me, he said, man, I look out my door every day. You're not by your locker. All the gangsters is by your locker. Okay, get out. He said, but when the bell rings, you're the only one going to class. That's true. He said, why is that? I said, my mama didn't play. Because I had a southern mom from the south who didn't play. She was on that butt about get them school books. So I knew that going to hang with these guys as we traveled in California through these neighborhoods. Again, remember I talked about guilty by association? So I was a gangbanger even before I was a gangbanger because we have to walk together. We're greater in numbers. We got to walk through some rival turf. So I'd rather be with a group of people than by myself. So we know each other. We all grew up together. But my mama wasn't that one. Street lights, come on, be in the house, get your schoolwork done, have your clothes on Saturday for the week. So I had those things instilled in me. So he saw that. He said, all the gangsters around your locker, but you only want to go to class, you're a leader. He was right, because one thing about them, they knew, no, I'm not going to go wild little wise, you don't even do all that. Now, if y'all go steal in there, I might be there with you. But look at me. I'm going to be the one by the counter looking at the magazine. And I say, woo woo, let's go. While you at it, seriously, true story, but while you at it, give me a packet of peanut butter and them lemon cookies. And that was me. You got to know how to play both sides of it. Right. But you guys are not like that because you care what other people think. I didn't care what other people think. Dare to be different. You got that? I promise you. Be liked, then respected. Okay? Because you go to your grave and respect. Light comes and goes. I like you today because you got a car at the rim. Lose your car, see how much they like you. See the difference? You got to switch it up. Lady, man, look, I don't care because I know the people that's really backing me and pushing me forward, they're going to be there forever. You're going to come and go because you stuck on something for what I got. Girls, don't let your name supersede who they get to meet. Once you give it away, you can't give it back. I didn't make the rules. Guys gonna look at players as cool. Girls gonna get the 304 label. I know what that means, right? They gonna get that thing behind them. Boys won't. I didn't make the rules. It's society. Is it right? No, it's not right. However, be careful. Like I told my daughter, once you give it, you can't get it back. My daughter's at college right now. She wanted to play and get online. She would have made it, but her roommate made it. You get hired and stuff. Some of the stuff gets people a little, but it's fine. Her roommate made it. She said, oh, you was good, they used to know you. But your other roommate, oh, she never gonna be one because her name is out there now. She getting ran through in college.
Oh no.
See, we talked about? Don't grow up too fast, y'all. Take your time out. Believe me, if I go back and live in my mama's house and I pay no bills, I would love to do it.
I'm just saying.
Gas going up, mortgage rates going up, when the prices, everything goes up. Life keep going. For me, if I can go back and be a kid, I'd love to be it again. So don't grow up too fast. It's coming. Just take it. Believe me, take your time. It's coming. But you
They're
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
get
ever know about that. It's just something everybody experiences. Don't worry,
you're right. You're right. But here's the thing about it. You don't have to listen, but you can hear.
That's right.
You don't have to listen, but you can hear. Like I tell you, they say, how do you give them a change? I say, I ain't trying to change the world. That's God's battle. If I can get one a change, but that one turn to two, I can count. I call, pick up my phone, look at 10 kids that I know that call, Mr. Bear, how you doing? I'm doing good. That means the word to me. Stop the bleeding. Each one teach one. Stop it there. You go teach your kids. We breaking generational curses. Because sometimes she can attest, we deal with kids who the mom was in the system, grandma was in the system, the kids just falling. So we're breaking curses. We break generational curses. So again, like I said, get you a mentor. Somebody you can talk to, you can reach out to help you. So that's my high school mentor. My female mentor is my female professor. Because she had the same attributes that the guy had, like they love to have a passion for kids. I'm like, man, you taking us to different conferences in college, spending their own money. I'm like, you know what? So again, you have people in your life that you can put in your life that can be there to help you get you where you're trying to go. And then set yourself some goals if you ain't got them. You should have. You got goals?
We always do that at the beginning of the year. We always, what's it called? Vision board.
I was just about to say, I was going to open it up by saying, a vision without a plan is just hallucination. Yeah, I slept on that one.
I'm just saying.
A vision without a plan is just hallucination. What happens when you hallucinate? You just exactly, but you gotta have that vision, like she said, that vision board with a plan to get there. So I tell all kids, have a short-term list, have a long-term list. I know my daughter every day, like, what you want to do?
I think you guys still have it too.
Come on. And here's the thing, if you're in school, you don't have to wait to see you to start kind of see what you want to do with your goals. Like my daughter, she wanted to be a lawyer. I had her set up, I was like, you want to be an entertainment lawyer? I was taking her to California her senior year, and we was going to be at, I was going to call some lawyers, hey man, can you shadow you? I don't want the money, I want the experience. But she changed it, now she changed it back, so I'm like, what you want to do? Anyway, she want law school, let's go. So my thing is, I tell her, I had to set up for spring break. Hey, you gonna come out and meet the judge, and let my daughter show you for that. Sure, I love to do that. You'll be surprised how much people want to give back. Mm-hmm. You have not because you ask not.
Yeah.
The closed hand can't receive no blessings.
Yeah.
Y'all can't tell me no. But anyway, hey, over here, how can I say, hey? But look, I promise you, don't be afraid to ask. And it ain't always about money; it's experience, because the money will come.
Yeah.
Get the suck up knowledge and gain. You can learn from a baby. You can always be open to learn and to learn and to learn, because life. I tell everybody, there's no blueprint in parenting. When I do my parent class, there ain't no blueprint to parenting. Sometimes we learn as we go. And never as parents, I tell parents, never say what your kid won't do. When I get the parent, my baby, if you wasn't there with them, don't come tell me what they didn't do. Oh, not him, he who? And so I tell the kids, don't let me be at this school and embarrassing me, come advocate for you, and you know you don't done some stuff. You gonna have some problems there. So tell me what you did, let me deal with it, decide how we gonna navigate to this thing. So that's that. Who got questions? Ask me. Free our chance, man. You been quiet. What you got? What grade you in? What school? Well, at least you play sports. What you play? Okay. Pretty good. How the grades look? So you got the student part first, right?